Hello and welcome back. In this video, we will discuss the third part of the poem An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum, written by Stephen Spender. So, there are a few issues that I would like to address in this video. So, let us have a look at the video. Theme. In this poem, Stephen Spender deals with the theme of social injustice and class inequalities. So, we have already discussed the entire poem, and we have seen how the poor, impoverished children, they are at a loss because of the lack of opportunities, and they do not have ample, um, you know, chance to experience knowledge and live freely in this world. So he presents the theme by talking of two different and incompatible worlds. The world of the rich and the civilized has nothing to do with the world of narrow lanes and cramped holes in which the poor children live. So the gap between these two worlds highlights social disparities and class inequalities, and this is exactly where Stephen Spender's socialist side is, reflected, it emerges out through his writing. Central idea in the poem. So Stephen Spender has presented a true picture of the life of the school children living in the slum of Tyrolis Valley of Austrian Alpine province. The children are in a very miserable condition due to their poverty and illiteracy. They are depressed. Their pale faces express sadness. They look lean, skinny, and bony. They are like rootless weeds which can't resist anything for their existence. They are physically very weak and undernourished. Spender voices his concern for these children who live all their life in slums and have no opportunity to enjoy the real blessings of life. He makes a frantic appeal to the educated and affluent sections of the society to better the lot of the slum children through education. It will remove social injustice and class inequality. So let us have a look at the poetic devices or the figures of speech that have been used in this poem. Far, far from gusty waves, these children's faces. There's a repetition in far, far, alliteration, F sound in far from faces. Synecdoche, children's faces. Like rootless weeds, obviously it is the use of simile. The tall girl with her weighed down head. Synecdoche is head alliteration, with and weighed. The H sound in her head. Transferred epithet, the adjective weighed down has been transferred from the girl to her head with which she is related. The paper seeming boy with rat's eyes, it's a hyperbole. Paper seeming is too thin as a comparison. Metaphor, paper seeming, rat's eyes, stunted, unlucky air of twisted bones, reciting a father's gnarled disease is tautology. His eyes live in a dream of squirrel's game, in tree room other than this. It's a metaphor, boy playing games like a squirrel does. Our sour cream walls is metaphor, Shakespeare's head, cloudless at dawn, civilized dome, all these are metonymy. Belled flowery Tyrolis Valley is internal rhyme. Open-handed map awarding the world its world is repetition, and yet these children, these windows, not this map, their world is litotis. Where all their futures painted with a fog is metaphor. Future painted with fog, alliteration in future and fog, whole statement is a hyperbole. Narrow street sealed in with lead sky, again metaphor. Far, far from rivers, capes and stars of worlds, repetition in far, far, with ships and sun and love tempting them to steal, personification in ships, sun, love. They are tempting, they have got human qualities, or rather, they have been assigned human qualities. Metonymy, ships represent the civilized world of the haves. For lives that slyly turn in their cramped holes from fog to endless night. Alliteration, F sound in from fog. This is again an example of a rhetorical question, only used for poetic effect. Metonymy in cramped holes, which stand for home. Slag heap, again a metaphor, like bottle bits on stones is a simile. So blot their maps with slums as big as doom, alliteration in blot and big, simile as big as doom, and these windows that shut upon their lives like catacombs is again simile, break or break open, repetition and exclamation, and show the children to green fields, metonymy, green field stands for unpolluted nature, let their tongues run naked into books, that's a metaphor, allowing children to educate themselves and make their world run azure on gold sands. Personification of the world, metonymy, azure on gold sands, it represents sea, beach, and ocean. The white green leaves open history, there's whose language is the sun. Sun is symbol of enlightenment and it's also an example of a hyperbolic statement. The references that have been used in making these three parts of the poem are Camp Publications Guidebook and a few websites like Topper Bytes, Study CBSE Notes, Brainly, EduMantra. I've also used images from Google Photos. So on that note, I finish my video. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.